But you're my bestie for life. Yeah, you're the family I choose. Yeah, you. The FF's till the end. We can get through this together. But you're my bestie for life.
Hey there, everybody. It's our last episode of season 1. I cannot believe it. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Terri. Welcome to our season finale.
I know. Crazy is that?
I know, it's crazy.
It
12
is
episodes. They've gone by so quickly.
They have. It has gone by really quickly. Like, I think about all like the stuff that we've done, and like we see the numbers, which we're going to talk about here in a second. And then I'm like, wait, we've only done this 12 weeks. Like, I can't believe it. I'm so proud of us. I'm going to say that right off the bat. I'm just so proud of us.
We have to celebrate our courage.
Right. I mean, we literally just went from like, hey, we should do a podcast to here we are.
Here we are. Season finale.
Episode 12, season finale. Like, what the hell? What the hell? But with that, like, I cannot stress enough, like, we wouldn't have all these fun numbers or anything without our audience and without our community that we are slowly but surely building. And I'm so proud of them. And thank you. I can't thank them enough for listening in, for joining in, for sending us stuff, for making comments. Let me share some numbers because I've been obsessed with the numbers throughout the entire season.
Yes.
Our podcast, we have listeners from 11 different countries. Of course, the most listeners are here in the United States. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our next highest one is Canada.
I know.
Canada. Like,
we love you, Canada.
Yes. I want to go and visit. I've been at the Niagara Falls. That's about it. Canadian side.
Yeah, I've only been to Toronto for like one weekend, but it was amazing.
Yeah. Right. So we're going to have to plan that, Sandy.
Yeah.
Our next one is Ireland. I've been there. I'm half Irish, so yay. And Spain is next, but we've also had the Netherlands, Philippines, United Kingdom, Sweden, France, Greece, Czechia. Am I saying that correctly?
Czechia.
Travel person. Thank you. Cities. Sandy, we've got people in over 120 cities listening to us.
That's
just
crazy.
Talk about stuff.
That is crazy.
I mean, 120 cities.
I'm here for it.
I love it. A ton of cities around by us. We are in the Chicago area, which I don't think we've ever mentioned really, unless it's just the last few episodes.
Yeah.
But a ton of people around us. Through Illinois, Massachusetts, Kentucky, Texas, Florida, Tennessee, looking through here quickly, Washington, Wisconsin. Did I say Texas? Got another Texas there. Ohio, hello, Florida, Oregon, New York. I mean, maybe we're, somebody on Broadway.
No,
who are you? Tell us who you are.
I am a fan of New York.
California, Utah, Massachusetts, another California.
Do we have Hawaii and Alaska? It sounds like we have almost every state.
Almost. Let's see here. I'm getting there. I'm like looking Florida, Wisconsin, California, Arizona. There's Arizona, Indiana. Hello. Right by us there. Another Kentucky. I thought we had Virginia, Hawaii. There we go. Yay. We are Hawaii. I don't think we've hit Alaska. We've got to get into Alaska.
Okay.
Somehow.
Anybody know anybody in Alaska they can share this with?
They can share this with. I want a listener from every state. That's going to be my goal for season 2.
I don't see Louisiana.
No. Rhode Island, all that. Washington, the state of Washington, Maine. We got a Maine there.
Awesome.
Oklahoma. Okay, I will start singing the, Oklahoma.
I was just waiting for you to break out in song.
Down the plain. Another Wisconsin, another Florida. I mean, I am just,
Yeah.
I'm humbled by it, really.
I know.
Because I mean, I didn't think anybody was going to listen to us
And
babble.
the thing is that like it really is very therapeutic for us too. You
It
know what I
is.
mean? It's not just us talking. It's about the support in the community, and it really is.
Exactly.
And so the more that we hear from our listeners, the more that we see the numbers grow.
Right.
I think the more I'm encouraged, the more I feel like I have a support network, and it's just amazing.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to continue with numbers here because
Go for it.
we're on our community, right? So I'm the one who does a lot of the social media. Our Instagram is growing. So like and share. I would love to see that grow, and our Facebook community grow. Our TikTok, we're almost at 1,000 followers on there. And I know and that's in a short time because I didn't do TikTok right away.
Right.
Like TikTok was like, I did Instagram and Facebook because that was easy, you know? So TikTok, started a little later, and we are at almost, I think we're 30 shy. So if everybody can just share that and get us to 1,000, at least, that would be great.
Yeah.
But I put out a promo video for our podcast, right? And I am shocked because now looking down at this, and I look at these numbers multiple times a day.
So do I.
And our promo video, the one is at 62,000 views. Blowing my mind. I mean, I know there are people out there with 1 million views, and all for tell me your secrets, because my God, but 62,000
right, that's
on my
lot.
own little thing. That's a lot for me.
That's a lot for us. Yes.
Yeah. I'm floored. And not only that, it was Friday, I was talking to somebody and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so excited. It's got 21,000 views.
Right.
And we're at 62,000. And it's only been 3 days. Are you flipping kidding me right now?
Well, I think in the last 3 days too, both of us were keeping an eye on it, and we went from 22, and then I would send you a text that just said 35. And then you sent a text that just said 48.
52. Yeah, I know. I was just
crazy.
oh my God. And it was just in a matter of hours, because we were together.
Right.
And, and then next thing you know, it's way up there. And now we're at 62.7. Holy cow. Holy cannoli.
I just can't even wrap my mind around it.
Right. So the latest one, I have gotten us on YouTube. We don't do a video podcast, but our audio is on there, and you can listen on YouTube. So anybody who wants to like and share on there. I think in teasing season 2, we want to grow and do different things. And I am not opposed to doing little inside videos just for YouTube and just to put it on there, or just for TikTok. We will be doing more of that. I'm carving out more time in my day for just social media for the podcast.
You're doing an amazing job on the social media. It's all Terri, you guys. She's doing it all.
It is not. It's them. I'm only doing it because if it wasn't working, I would be screw this.
No, right. It makes you want to do more. And
I want to do more
yes.
because now I want to beat the 62,000.
Right.
Right. So I mean, just dangle the carrot, people, just dangle the carrot, and I'm off. I'm off to the races. So, but I want to say a big, big thank you for everybody for doing it, but continue to continue to share. I mean, we want some more. This is great, but I want more.
Yeah,
I'm very selfish.
So totally. No, I also want to just show my gratitude to those that have already liked and shared and forwarded and, told, others about our podcast. The messages have been amazing. Not only the your turn questions, but also the text messages and the, the Facebook messages, and just so much love that we've gotten.
Yes,
and
I know.
It's so funny because it means a lot when it's a complete stranger just listening to us. But there is something to be said about those people that have been in our lives for all these years.
Right.
And them just send just a random nice message oh my God, I just love that last podcast, and this is why. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm just touched every time somebody does it. So
Me too. I love getting them, and I love
yes.
reading them.
And I know those are text messages and stuff, but I just, I want to encourage everybody to kind of give your feedback on
Hmm.
the platforms on,
Yes.
Spotify, the Apple Podcast, Audible, wherever you can
Yes.
give your reviews. We need feedback. That's only going
Absolutely.
to help us make season 2 better, right?
Right.
But also, comment on some of the videos that Terri is taking
Well,
such great care and time in creating. I've been really having a blast watching her do it. She's doing an amazing job, and I just want to, shout out to you, Terri, for doing that.
oh, thank you.
But no, I mean, really, we're nothing without the community we're building,
We're
and
not.
so we just want to keep building it, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, I wanted to see it grow and whatnot. But before we talk about that, why don't we just do a little quick recap of our first season?
Okay.
I just want to go over just to
Right,
what are
because there-
our highlights?
Yeah,
Our
and
highlights.
also there might be some that people haven't listened to, so let's go
Right.
through them, right?
Right. So our first one, of course, was we introduced ourselves, right? We took that first step, and I remember doing that episode thinking, scared out of my mind, even though we're sitting in front of a microphone
For sure.
and nobody else.
But
And
something
just
nobody
crazy.
knows. Something nobody knows about that episode. Do you remember what was happening that day?
What, that you were sicker than
I
a
was
dog?
so sick, right? So I Ubered to Terry's house, and I had a little cold, and I Ubered all the way from the south suburbs up to the northwest suburbs, right? Or north
Yes.
suburbs.
Yeah.
And not even suburbs, city.
Right.
But anyway, I get it halfway in the Uber on the way to Terry's house. My nose just starts running and I can't breathe. And I'm in the back of this Uber and I'm sniffling and I'm dying, right? So I get there and the first thing I say to Terry is, I need tissue. And what did you do? You gave me a whole box.
Here's a box. Yeah.
A box of tissue. She made me tea.
Yeah.
And
with
then
honey.
and then I had some Fireball, and
And then
all
we
of
added
that,
eventually.
all of that got me through the episode, right?
It did. Whatever we need to do, we got to do
Yeah.
this. If we're going to do this, we got to do it.
Yeah, right.
And,
I don't know if you guys heard that in my voice, but I was very sick that day. Very sick.
Yes, but we did it. And then we continued. And the next one was about building our support network and how you don't have to go it alone. And
Right.
and here we are building it. This is, we talk to everybody else, but we're building our own support network. And I love it, and
Yeah, I loved that one too because it really, that's the first time we started diving into research.
Right.
We did a little research.
well,
for the first one.
okay. So shout out to Sandy, our research queen, because yes, and some of it though, a little off the deep end, which we'll get into in covering episode 9.
Oh, you never know what kind of research I'm going to do.
But
yeah,
thank you.
I thought that was really eye opening. The importance
Yes.
of the support. I learned a lot in that episode.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our next one, setting boundaries.
Which we suck at, both of us.
we suck at. But we have gotten better,
Yes.
and we do,
Yes.
and we are better at reminding each other
Yes.
to set the boundaries. So
Right,
instead
that's
of
the
just
other
ignoring
thing that's changed about our friendship too, because now we're together on last Sunday, right? We're
Right.
was it Sunday? Saturday. We're in the car and I'll be like, do you remember what Penny said about this? Do you remember that Kim said this? And hey, remember we did that episode, blah, blah, blah.
Right, exactly. So yes.
We're holding each other accountable.
We're holding each other accountable is right.
Yeah.
So our next one was overcoming procrastination, and this was our first guest on,
Right,
and that
right.
was Penny, who has released her book and it's selling. And check that out. We're going to put that out on our I'll put that back out on our platforms.
Yeah.
Yep. But it was
also,
talking about
if you have-
procrastination.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you haven't listened to the episode, it is pretty inspiring to hear.
It is. It's one of our highest listening episodes.
Right.
by
I think
the
it's
way.
actually the second most listened to episode, the first being our first episode.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's one of it's the top one of all of our other episodes. So
Yes.
yes. And then we went from there to staying active at all stages, and we had Kim on.
Yes, which was one of my favorite things ever because
Right.
she's so funny and she's also just so inspirational because she just knows, she just knows what she needs to do to stay active, to stay
Right.
alive, as she
To
would
stay
say.
alive.
And
Right.
and it's pretty inspiring. It's actually like makes you think like, what have I been doing sitting at my desk for too many
Right.
hours a day?
Exactly. And from there we went to Girls Night In and your birthday. That was your
Yes.
birthday one.
It was fun. I loved doing girls' night in. I loved that you got your birth chart read.
Oh, that's
That
right.
was
Yes.
fun. And
That was fun.
right. I promise in season 2 maybe we'll do something a little more embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It wasn't embarrassing. It was really good. That was
No.
Rachel. We had Rachel on, the Macaroni Mystic, so you could check her out, get your birth chart read if that's what you're into. It was very interesting. I did learn some things about myself or why things,
Yeah.
I am the way I am and all of that. So that was very good. But yes, that was with Rachel.
Yeah, I love that. I do. And also I do love a good girls' night in,
Yes.
because I mean, I like a girls' night out too, believe me. But I do
Right.
think there's something special about just getting comfortable with your best friends and just hanging out and trying to be there for each other. So
Absolutely.
I think it's an
Also,
important part of life.
little fun fact, it was right after that we went out for your birthday.
Yeah.
And we tried to make a video to put out.
Yeah.
And I purged that video.
Well, and I'll tell you why. It's because I had a real lot of Fireball that night, and yeah.
But if you'd like to see it,
No,
if we get a lot of responses, I will do it.
No, we're not sharing that with anyone. I have to tell you that. Okay, so just a sign that I've
You
had.
just said I could do something
I
where
did not
it's a
mean-
little more embarrassing for you.
I know, but I
season
didn't
2.
mean that. No. So a sign that
wasn't
I've
that
had
bad.
too much to drink is when I forget the words to the karaoke song I've sung for like 30 years. That is a sign.
Word.
That is a sign that I've had too much to drink.
Yes. And when she went up there and started and she couldn't remember the words, I turned around and I'm like, yeah, she's toast.
I'm done.
She's toast.
Yeah.
So from there, we went to building a business and a life together. So that was with Cindy and Steve, who happens to be my sister and brother-in-law. And they taught us how they overcome the challenges of growing a business together, living together, doing everything together.
Yes, super inspirational.
And it was very inspirational. And I still don't know how she does it because
Oh, be nice. Be nice.
I'm being nice. I love my brother-in-law.
I
but
know. I love him.
I don't know how my sister does it. But yes, it is very good and very good to listen to, and how they started their business and how, Steve started it and Cindy came in and how they work together and whatnot.
It also speaks to like work-life balance, which we talked about a little bit in the last episode as well. We've talked about it throughout the season, I feel. But also it also kind of reinstates that like, if it's scary, it might be worth doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it was
Absolutely.
It was a really good episode.
The next one that we did is saying yes to life. Spontaneity can open doors, and the best things can happen when you stop overthinking.
Yeah. I think that's so true. I love that we talked about not only spontaneity, but also serendipity. You know what I mean? Because it kind of reinforced that, kind of life gives you the things that you need when you need them, or the people you need when you need them.
Right.
And also I
think timing in life is always important. I think it is a definite thing.
Oh, totally agree. And I also think that the spontaneity thing, there was research that we did about that was, talking about how it keeps you, your mind active when you're spontaneous. I can't even say spontaneous. I almost said spontaneity. No, but it keeps your mind active. It keeps you, mentally well. And so I think it was really interesting to learn.
It was great. And then our next episode is Sandy's favorite. It was getting back out there and dating, love, dating, and brave new beginnings. We shared stories, red flags. Sandy had tons of red flags, and a few laughs. Like I have to say, the feedback that we did get from everybody is how they laughed through at us, which was funny.
Which is what we want anyway,
which
right?
is what we want, right?
Yeah.
Totally. And we will have another episode. We will have more episodes.
Oh,
on
I'm sure.
dating.
I'm sure we will. And I am no indication of how you should or would move on.
Don't listen to her stats.
No, I mean, but I figure I'll have a little fun with it until I'm ready, right? So, like,
Exactly.
I'm going to. I think it was a great episode for those that are ready. And then,
Right.
We kind of talked a little bit about the apps and being authentic and like your red flags and all of that. I'm just not ready yet. So it's
right.
not,
No, I completely understand.
until I am, I will make fun of it the whole time.
And I will make fun of you. Then our last one, our lessons we wish we knew, things that from our 20s, 30s, and 40s, what we didn't know then that we do know now, right? Growth means giving grace to our past selves. I mean, a lot of grace needs to be given to people in their 20s.
Yes. Not only that, but I mean, I just think like our decision making just wasn't, it wasn't there. I mean, I still don't make the best decisions sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's not all about age, but I think in my 20s,
I was just laughing because what are you talking about, your hand?
Yeah. So I will say I'll share. But first, I just want to say like the difference is in your 20s, I thought I knew everything. So
right.
I went and made those mistakes cocky as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, completely. I mean, my kids are going through it now.
Right. Now I'll make a mistake just because I'm an idiot. So I will share that because in the last episode we made a thing, a reference to it. I did get an infection in my hand. It is because I decided I was going to get an amazing tattoo on my hand.
Which we'll share once it's all cleaned up.
I'll share it when the infection is finally gone. But I went to this amazing tattoo artist. He was amazing. It had nothing to do with him. He gave me instructions and it literally texted it to me. Instructions on how to care for it. It said, don't soak, don't swim, don't go in the sun. All of that. That was on a Tuesday. I got it. On Friday, I went to Boston. I hung out with my cousin. I went in the pool. I went in the hot tub. I sat in the sun. And none of that was good. And all with an open wound. So I just, why, you ask? Because I was making poor choices. Too many margaritas, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyway, so I am not perfect.
Speaking of, our last episode was flawed and fabulous and our most personal one yet, and giving ourselves permission to be imperfect.
Yes. So there it is.
You've learned your lesson.
I did. And also you can laugh about it. Now, if you guys saw my hand, you would not be laughing.
Maybe we should put a picture of that, like the before and after. Save somebody from doing it. This is what happens.
I'm only putting a picture of it amazing because I want the guy that did my tattoo to be proud of his work.
Well, he should be. It has nothing to do with his work. But we have some fabulous guests. So take a listen. If you haven't listened to all of the episodes, jump back in, listen to them, share them, continue to share the episodes. I would love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know we already talked about our special guests along the way. They were amazing and inspirational. And if any of you have an idea or want to be on the podcast to talk about a specific subject, please reach out. We're willing to have you on. Terry and I know that we don't know everything about everything.
No,
so we
absolutely
would love
not.
to get more expert advice on here, or at least just really intriguing stories. So if
Absolutely.
you have an intriguing story and you want to share it and you want to be a part of a podcast, let us know.
We would love to have you.
Yeah.
So let's start. We went back. Now let's go forward.
Okay.
What can we look forward to in season 2? What kind of visions do you think we should have, Sandi?
Oh my gosh, there's bigger and better.
Yes.
More special guests, like I just said. I think deeper conversations. I know that, you and I are similar in the fact that even when we're talking about something that is really deep and personal, like we laugh through it.
Yes, we do.
I think it's our coping mechanism, but I know that there are so many women in my life and yours that have gone through these humongous things, and sometimes and with just so much class and grace and everything. And so I think that it would be great to kind of dive in a little bit to the harder subjects and how we got through them.
Right. I think, definitely some new themes, reinvention, starting over, finances. We barely talked about finances this year, so we definitely have to hit on that next season.
Yeah.
And your leg of the world, solo travel.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about anything about travel. We got to get on the travel.
No, I know. Let's do it. I'm ready. Solo and not. I mean, we could talk about girls' trips.
Just travel.
We could talk about trips with your significant other, but I mean, solo travel is kind of a fun thing too, because it's just you and you get to plan the whole thing and what you want. So
that's friendship transitions, and of course, aging boldly, right?
Yes.
I mean, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, or in your 50s. We're all aging. I don't care what age we're all aging. So let's do it boldly. Let's do it, proudly. Let's do it, with intent.
Right.
We want more interaction with listeners, new segments, community spotlights. So I'm going to tease something a little here, Sandi.
Go ahead.
Our season 2, we're going to have a few new things. Some I'm not even going to tell you what they are. I want the listeners to see if they notice some new things. But one of the things we are going to come up, we are working on a way for it to be easier for our listeners to interact with us. But not only interact with us, interact with our guests that we have on, so that way they can interact with them directly and interact with each other. Why not reach, talk to other people who are going through similar situations. And this way, for those people that feel isolated or whatever, this will be a way for them to be able to reach out to other people who are going through the exact same thing they are and talk it through. Yeah. And, know that you've got somebody out there going through the same thing and you guys are both in the same boat, and maybe help each other get through it. So we're coming out with a way for everybody to be able to do that. And we will be announcing that shortly before our second season starts. Right. And our second season, we will take like a week and a half off. Is it, Sandi?
It's about that. I think that we might only miss one Tuesday.
Yeah, I think we're only missing one Tuesday.
Yeah, if we plan it right. Yeah.
Yes. Because then our because this one will go out. It's like July 2nd. First.
Whatever.
And then, July 8th, we will not have a episode dropping, but we will, July 8th, I think, announce what I'm talking about.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then our first episode of season 2 will go out, and you'll be able to listen in on July 15th. And when you listen in, I want to see if anybody catches other new things that we may have.
That's amazing. I'm
I'm so
excited.
excited.
I know.
I'm so excited. I like surprising people. So
Me
I'm
too.
really
Me
excited about that.
too, for sure.
All
So your
right.
turn. Let's do our
Yeah.
last your turn of
For the
the
season.
season.
Yes.
Last week we asked, what is one flaw you've learned to embrace and how has that changed your life? And guess
Yes.
what?
What?
We didn't get anything.
There's a
No.
flaw.
There's a flaw, audience. No, the audience was shy on this one. But it's never too late to send in your feedback.
No.
We can, you could put your feedback or your review on the actual episode in Spotify or whatever
Yep.
platform you're using. So we encourage feedback along the way. If you wanted to, listen, we'll feature whatever. It doesn't have to be the very last episode. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
But also we'll have ways of sharing.
Oh, absolutely.
Coming up.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm trying not to give too much away.
Coming up. Yep.
Yeah.
So what's this week's prompt? Do we have any this week, Sandy?
Because it's the end of the season, I think these are the prompts. This is going to be the question. What was your favorite episode of season 1 and why? And I have another one. What topic would you like to hear in season 2?
Fantastic. Yeah, I would love to hear more topics. I mean, even if it's more specific ones like in dating, you know, anything or, finances or friendships or whatever. If there's a specific or
right. And also finances is such a broad subject.
Such a broad
tell
subject.
us what you guys want to hear because we can touch on personal finances, business finances, tools for, tools for managing budget. What do you guys want to hear?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to take the challenge back this week. Please. Sandy took my challenge last week.
I did. It was the first and only time in season 1.
So my challenge, I am challenging everybody since I'm the one who does a lot of the social media to follow us on your favorite social platform at New Roads, New Rules podcast. Tag us in a post about your favorite episode or takeaway from season 1. Engage with us. I love engaging with people on there in a good way. That's in a good way. I don't do the fighting on social media. Comment, share. You're a part of this community. You guys are the community. So we want to hear from you. We want to hear from, your voices. Yeah. And this is the way to do it. But yes, share the platforms, share the podcast. So
yeah, it's so exciting. Yay.
I am very excited about it. Yep. Very excited about it.
Me too. So do you want to talk about the new rule of the week or
Sure. Yeah, sure. Our last rule of season 1, you are not behind. You're not too much. You're not too late. You're exactly where you need to be to start over again. We wanted it to be an empowering send-off to remind you guys that growth is not a race. It's a return to self. It's a marathon, right? It's long distance and it's not a race. And every step of the way we all need encouragement and we all need that positive feedback. We're here begging for it. But we're also letting you know that we're here to give that positive feedback to you guys. And that's why, because we know just as much as we need that positive feedback, you guys need that positive feedback in your lives. And, that's what we want to do.
We want to be here we want to be here for each other. So I think that's the perfect rule of the week to end the season.
Me too. Sure. Me too. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. We can't thank you guys enough for growing with us, for listening in, for watching that TikTok. I mean, guys, that TikTok, I can't get over the numbers on the TikTok video.
It's insane.
It's insane. What did I say it was?
It was 62,000.
Well, I just jumped back on and we're at 65. 3,000 in a matter of us sitting here talking. Wow. I know. I'm floored. I am obsessed watching the numbers.
I know. Me too.
But I can't.
Let's do that more. Let's do it more. Let's get more of those.
Yes, absolutely. But season 2 is coming. July 15th is our new episode. We won't have an episode on July 8th, but we will be, keep an eye out for our Instagram and TikTok. We'll do another little live feed and tell you about what I've been talking about, one of our new and upcoming things that I'm so very excited about.
Yes.
So keep an eye on Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. We'll make sure to let you know when that's happening.
Yes.
So,
and for the last time, you're going to say it?
I am. Remember, every road leads somewhere new.
And the best part, we get to make the rules.
See you guys next time on New Roads, New Rules.
But you're my bestie for life.